we had our own Barry Musah actually set off on the tea journey, and he actually went to meet somebody who was making wonderful tea. Tea, I mean, we've just spoken. This what we actually did is just a brief thing, and this is just one type of tea we're spoken about. When you want to know about the journey, the beauty, the different types of tea, it's not just from one country. It's like a tapestry of different countries put together. And he actually had a conversation with the man responsible for the Afro barrier here. I don't know if you know why I'm talking for you.
Yeah. First of all, I think we need to acknowledge the fact that today is World Tea Day.
International
International
Tea Day.
Exactly. So I think it's a day that we really need to.
So that's why Hafiz drank tea.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Frankly.
Right.
and I really want to quickly say how our older folks at home really take the tea in larger quantities, some in bowls and stuff, and those huge cups and everything.
They drink it to get satisfied. That's why I'm wondering how you guys drink tea in small cups.
So they actually take my grandma take the tea in barges. You know, she has the bigger bowl and she has the small cup. So she fetches, and then
and we have those who make it into a flask.
Yeah.
So they just keep refilling their cup like that.
I don't know. Yeah. The normal tea itself, does it contain caffeine? Does it? Like the normal tea bag that we take?
No.
But some people are so addicted to it that they cannot go a day without taking tea. If they don't take it in the morning, they replace it in the evening.
I feel that it's a habit, and then how it also makes them feel. For some people, it calms them. For some people, the heat actually sets off their day in a good way. So everybody and how they actually react to it.
Okay, so back to basics. I actually had the opportunity, to speak to one of the manufacturers of tea in our base Ghana. I mean, we talk about tea every time and talk about the importation. We're looking at the Hafiz made mention of the Middle Eastern countries and the Asian countries and what have you. But then if you come back to Africa, Kenya is one of the largest producers of tea. So obviously you need to acknowledge what's being produced on the continent. And in our base Ghana, fortunately, we were able to, have this conversation and a feature more of like with AfroGlobal Manufacturing Limited. That's George Rexford Benny Nyarko, and he has a unique way of producing his own brand, what do you call it, tea, because the leaf itself is Camellia sinensis, right? Yeah. So what people normally do is they add flavors
to the tea. Yeah.
But what he produces is the exact flavor from that fruit. So if it's a mango tea, or
you're taking mango
you're taking mango itself. So the process is they dry it, they harvest the mango, dry it, and then grind it. So it's like the mango itself you're taking, not the Camellia sinensis with an additional flavor.
Does it qualify as the herbal category?
Kinda, but people do take it as But I think he's actually moving away from using from the add-on where you add the flavor, the hibiscus flavor, the mango flavor, and everything. And I think it's an amazing piece we did, with the team. So Epi, I think, should be dropping that.
Yeah, I'll actually be dropping that so we don't spoil it. But then
and our viewers as well, they can check it out.
Yeah, you can actually watch it on our YouTube channel, Africa Global Radio. You just see the wonderful work, and then you'd love it. Trust me, if you're not a lover of tea, after you watch and listen to how Barry drinks the tea.
Oh yeah. I think that was the entire way of drinking it, because I really sipped it that hard. Like,
it's Senegalese.
Thank you. Yeah.
You will love how to
and
drink
this is the tea exported outside Ghana as well. So you should understand how appreciated.
I mentioned that. Yeah. So not to take anything out of it, just enjoy it. But please don't forget, if there's anything, you can reach us on Facebook, Africa Global Radio, Twitter, and Instagram at AF Global Radio. Thank you guys so much for making time today, because after this, you won't hear from us until we come your way on Monday. So this is the tea feature that was done by Barry. Enjoy. Get a cup of coffee. Get a cup of tea, hot water, sugar, and milk, and relax with it.
Hello guys, I am Barry Musah, and I am in Amasaman, a suburb of Accra, the capital city of Ghana in West Africa. And I am here where we'll be speaking to the CEO of AfroGlobal Manufacturing Limited. Now, this is a company that produces tea. Now, they don't use the conventional leaves of tea, but they rather use the indigenous ingredients such as mango, hibiscus, lemon, and others to produce a unique taste of tea. Here is one of the products. Actually, this is a mango and a ginger flavor, and we have other flavors as well. So we will be going inside to see the stages of production, have a one-on-one chat with the CEO, and see what are some of the production processes that goes through, and of course, what makes them unique as a company. So I'm going inside right now. You stay tuned. Okay, so we are here at AfroGlobal Manufacturing Limited. This is a company that produces tea, not using the native or the conventional leaves that is known worldwide for producing tea, but rather they use the indigenous ingredients in producing tea, as I stated earlier, such as mango, hibiscus, lemon, ginger, to produce a unique taste of tea in Ghana. We are in Amasaman at the moment, as I stated earlier, a suburb of Accra, the capital city of Ghana, West Africa. So I will be speaking to the Chief Executive Officer of Afro Global Manufacturing Limited, Mr. George Rexford Benny Nyarko. He will be taking us through the genesis and the inspiration generally and an overview of the company. And he's seated right here with me. Chief, thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Well, thank you for having us, Africa Global Radio. I think we have something in common.
Yeah.
Africa.
Yes, Africa. Yes, of course.
Wonderful.
So yeah, welcome, and then thanks for coming again.
Thank you very
we are
much.
happy to have you here.
Thank you very, very much.
So,
it's an honor. So generally, just tell me, what's the inspiration? What inspired you?
First of all, I would take you to Afro Global Manufacturing Limited.
Okay.
Afro is African origin, and then the global manufacturing is we are looking at producing for the global market, even though we are starting very small.
Yeah.
The tea is our project. So that is currently we are running. Whatever we do, we take it more like a project. The tea, which is a chip of tea family called infusion tea. That is what we started with. And the whole idea, it started from when my mother moved in with us. She's somebody who likes herbal medicines, and she started preparing what we call concoctions at home. Every week she prepares it, puts it in the fridge, and then we are all required to take it. Yes, in the morning before we leave, and probably in the evenings before we go to bed.
Sleep, right.
So out of that idea, I'm a fan of tea, actually. I am a big fan of tea.
Okay.
Big fan. So we started to go away from hair concoctions to an idea of we can have the product anytime, any day we want it. So we started testing it in a dried state. It actually took us almost a year to get to just the testing. So we started with testing the products, drying them. We dried some under the sun. We dried some under the room temperature. We dried some in the oven, just to see the taste and then how we are going to get it. And then after a year, we were able to come to an agreement of what actually we are looking at. The Afro Global Manufacturing, the company had already been registered because we were into juices.
Oh, okay.
And then making of bread. But then the tea became our major focus. So that is what we are working on now.
Wow, wonderful. How many people are involved in the company? Is it a sole proprietorship kind of company, or there's a partnership?
Yes, currently it's between me and then Yasapaman.
Okay.
We are the major shareholders.
Oh.
Even though we've got other key people within the company. Currently, my mom serves as the procurement officer. She makes sure all the produce is ready in our farm, and then we have a dispatch who brings it. That is our driver, and then we have the production team here, and who is a finance person, oversees the main operations in terms of the money going in and out. I also take care of the production, moving the company forward, and also meeting our prospective and new clients. So we've got and I as the major people within the company, and then we have the other people as well.
Okay, so every company, I mean, obviously you can't do without human resource. So let's talk about employees. How many employees do you have in Afro Global Manufacturing Limited?
Currently, we are 6 in number.
Okay.
Yes, and then some of us do play other roles within the company, so we multitask.
Multitasking.
Yes.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So how do you fund the business?
From other establishments that we have.
Okay.
Currently, aside Afro Global Manufacturing, I have, let me say, 6 establishments,
Oh,
which
wow.
I'll say it's between Ya and I as well.
Okay.
We are into IT security,
Right.
and then also software engineering, and then we also have an automation company as well,
Okay.
and others. So all these establishments, whatever we make out of it, we believe in starting small,
Okay.
and then we don't want to go in for funding or loans, because my perspective of a startup is you start small, and then eventually, whilst the company is growing, you
Yeah.
get to know what exactly the company needs.
Needs,
Because if
exactly.
we go in for the big money now, we might go in for equipment, and then when the
that are
company
not needed.
gets
Right.
onto a level where we realize
Yeah.
what actually the company stands for, we might have just blown the money.
Right. So when the company is progressing,
yes.
you know what you need to enhance it.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
So we fund it. We are looking at a long-term opportunity. We are
Right.
not just looking at producing today and tomorrow we are good. That is why. So we started with the farming in my village. So that is where we actually funded first, and then this structure here, getting the land and then building the factory, and then from there getting the equipment. So everything is funded currently by us, whatever we make out of the other companies.
So why the idea of not actually producing the tea from the traditional tea leaf?
Yeah.
You know.
It's we tried that actually.
Okay.
We tried it, but if it is the leaf, and then there's a saying, if you actually give something to your clients or your people, if you don't give out, you wouldn't know what they want. We started with that, and we realized that to get the flavors we want, because we compared our products to other products from even outside Ghana, Europe, and the rest, we realized most of them are flavored. The tea, if they say mango tea, it's flavored. We didn't want to go for the flavor thing, because we have the raw material here in Ghana. And then aside the raw material, most, produce in Ghana, or farming in Ghana, is seasonal. At a point in time, you have them in abundance. And then eventually people don't get to buy them. And then they rot, and then they throw them away. People get to lose. So we thought, instead of going in for this method of flavoring a tea, and then the tea, actually, we don't grow them here. Major producers are Kenya and the rest, India. So it means we would have to battle the major producers like Kenya and
Yeah.
the Indians and the
Yeah.
rest. So we decided to branch into another thing. First of all, we get to save farmers of their produce, because we buy them, we process them. Once it is dried, it can take years. Nothing is going to happen to it. And then we can produce every time and any time, any day. Rather than flavoring a leaf to say it is a mango tea. So we call it infusion. We call ours infusion tea.
Okay.
That is how we decided to go by it.
Cool. What is your market size?
We are growing.
You're
That is
growing.
what I will say. Yes, our market size is growing, because one good thing is, as soon as we deliver, people who get to taste our tea demand for it.
Wow. Wow.
Just last week, I had the honor of delivering to the Parliament House. We got an order
Oh, wow.
from the Parliament House.
Oh, wow.
We got an order from an Israeli company through someone who bought it and took it to the office.
Okay.
So now every week the Israeli company, because they are taking some to Israel as well.
Oh, wow.
So every week they just
So
call for
they
it.
are going to have a taste of Ghanaian,
Exactly.
tea.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Exactly.
That is wonderful. In terms of sales, how many, boxes or packs do you sell a week or a month or even a day?
I was in Takoradi for a different project, an IT project, and then I happened to I normally take some wherever I go. So I prepared one for an acquaintance I met. After tasting it, he actually called his wife, who says she wants to be the major vendor in Takoradi. So last week we had almost 50 packs shipping to Takoradi. Yes. And then after the 50 packs went, we also started having orders. And then last week alone, we sold almost like 30 bags within Accra. Because we have a website. And then our website is in a way that orders can be placed directly. Once you place the order, we get a notification by text message. Your name, your location, your order details, and then the dispatch just takes it along.
So personally, the first day I saw the product, what caught my attention was the way it was packaged. I think it was unique. And I was like, wow, the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, where is this from? and I was thinking, okay, someone would say to me, it was an imported product and everything. I realized the packaging was very, very good. So, I mean, is it a marketing strategy or it's just your own unique form of packaging?
First of all, it's both of them actually. Our marketing strategy and then also our unique form of, because we have a section which actually looks into packaging, not just for us, even we do it for other companies. We have currently we are doing a package designed for a chocolate factory. So that section looks at it and then we go over it several times. We do it, we give it to people, get the feedback, and then before we actually come out with a final one. If you can look here, we are even doing packaging for other projects that we are running, like coconut oil, for honey. We do spices out of some of these produce. We do spices. So the packaging team sits down, we work on it, and then we see the right container, which we should put the thing in. We consider so many things. The tea, for instance, we considered even space.
Okay.
Because if you buy it, you can just fix it anywhere. It can just fit into a small space. And at the same time, you can always keep it fresh. That's why there's a Ziploc. So we take so many things into consideration before we come up with the final product.
So I was just going to ask, even though you've made mention of the fact that you've exported some to Israel, which I believe you would want to, or you see future exportation of the different flavors of tea that you produce here. I mean, you have plans of exporting the tea, don't you?
Definitely. we are actually working on it. If you look here, this is AfroWorks.
Yeah.
AfroWorks is actually the company we are registering in Germany.
Okay.
We are almost done with the process because we want to set the German side as the European and an American hub
for delivery.
Because currently in our country, shipping from here sometimes delays. And then our website has been done in a way that it has the French, the German, and the English versions. So when we get the order from America, from any part of Eastern, Western Europe, the German side of it does the shipping and everything. We've actually had an agreement with a tea equipment factory in Cologne, Germany.
Okay.
And then after the lockdown, I think we would have the final meeting. They are ready to give us the equipment, so we'll set up in Germany. So the powder and then the produce leaves here. It gets packaged there.
Okay.
We bag it there, and then it supplies the European and then the American market.
Wonderful. That's brilliant. Okay, so I would want to find out from you the production processes, the stages, what comes after what. But I want my people to have a view of it for people who are listening to us to hear, what goes into what and some of the ingredients for those of us who cannot, see the video part of the shooting, to feel, what actually takes place at AfroGlobal Manufacturing Limited. So we'll go take a look at how the production process is like right here. Then we'll come back and then possibly have a taste of his favorite, lemon ginger.
Definitely.
Okay, we'll be right back. Great to be
Welcome.
here. Finally.
Let me take you around and then for you to see the products we have first.
Sure.
Then I think we can move on to other things as well.
Great. We can do that.
If you can see here, this is Moringa Leaves with ginger
Okay.
flavored. This is Adan fruits
Okay.
with lemon and ginger. With the Adan fruits, people actually don't know much about it because of the Adan fruit, but locally we call it prekese.
Prekese, yeah.
Yes, prekese.
Right.
So, and then this is mango.
Yeah, I think I
Yes,
already have that. Yeah.
yes, and then we produce it from the locally grown mango, the one we call salo mango.
The big ones.
The
yeah.
big ones, yes.
Oh, okay.
And then the lemon ginger from the raw materials of lemon and ginger.
Right.
And we have the hibiscus, the one people call sobolo. Yes, sobolo. So sobolo and then ginger as well.
Oh, wow.
So these are the products we have. We are testing other ones as well, like the passion fruits and the rest. But currently, this is what we have on board.
Okay, that's really great.
Yeah.
So we would want to move from here to see where the whole thing goes, takes place.
Definitely.
In order to produce this great
Definitely.
final piece right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let me
that's
take
great.
you. So if you look here, we've got the raw materials.
Okay.
So these are raw products, the raw materials,
Okay.
dried ones. And the good thing is we grow everything that you see here. We grow it from scratch, and then in a farm in the central region, Ejumakon Abrofwa, that's the village where we grow everything. Let me just take you through some of the products. This, we have the Moringa leaves. These are the Moringa leaves. And then we take it through a process. But this, we don't dry it like the other ones. This one, we dry it in a room temperature. Because if you dry it with the sun or any of the heating things, it takes the nutrients away. So it takes a lot of time to get this done. This is the sobolo, the hibiscus leaves. For this one, we have an oven, which we dry everything in here. This is the precursor, the Adan fruits. The Adan fruits, we chop them and then we dry them. So we don't, and actually our drying process is in a way that we try not to take away the nutrients or the flavor from it. Yes, we compress everything. This is mango, the salo mango. And the mango, drying it actually, the process takes a bit of time and it's a bit tedious. If you don't take care, you lose everything. Everything, because there's a lot of water, liquid in the mango fruit itself. So cutting them and then drying them, if you don't dry it under the right temperature, you will lose everything. And these are your dried ginger.
Okay.
Yes, these are the dried ginger. And actually, ginger forms almost like the base for each of the products we manufacture here. Ginger, because if you check through, if you check through our flavors, every product has got the ginger part, yes, a bit of ginger element in there. All of it. So this is how the raw materials. The thing is, we take them to Ejumakon. That's where, after growing them in Ejumakon, we dry them there, and then we bring them here for the final processing. Exactly. Now we are testing other flavors. Like currently, we are drying passion fruits. Yes. And then once it's done, we bring it here. We take almost 2-3 months to test the process. Then we take it to the Standards Authority to do the nutritional facts, and then after that we test other elements before it goes to the Food and Drugs Authority for final approval.
That's great.
So that is the process we go through with our products now.
Wonderful. So from here, what is the next thing to get that great packaging, that great thing you have for your final consumer?
Okay. So what I'll do is I will take you through the process of one of our products.
Okay.
And then I will take you through my favorites, actually.
Oh, really? Which is?
The ginger and lemon.
Oh, you love ginger and lemon. That's
Perfect.
the one I'm actually going to taste.
Definitely. It's my favorite. So I will
Okay.
take you through the process.
Right, okay.
What we do first is we measure everything that we do.
Okay.
We
So
do,
in proportion.
yes, in
Okay.
proportions, because we don't want, first of all, to lose the nutrient because of the nutritional facts we've done.
Right.
We don't want to lose that nutrients which is written at the back of every product, and then also the taste. We want to maintain that taste everywhere it goes.
Yeah.
So
See where the taste of home is coming from.
exactly. So what we do first is each of the products, we have a unit of measurement for each of them.
Okay.
With the lemon and ginger, both the ginger and the lemon are proportional in terms of the measurement. So let's say if I do half pound of ginger,
Yeah.
definitely I will take half pound, but first, once you measure it, you put it in the grinder.
Okay.
That is our grinder.
Okay, so you don't mix.
We
both.
don't mix it
You- okay,
because
put
we
it-
want to get everything right.
Okay.
So first of all, we'll put it in the grinder.
Okay.
From here, we'll take over the lemon.
I don't know if that's enough.
Yes, we take it to
Okay.
our grinder. We seal it.
Okay.
And the grinder is a bit noisy, so
Okay, no problem.
Please
Yeah, let's just
brace yourself for it.
I'll let- let's
So we just from here,
Feels like a flight.
we just make sure we check first
If it's well.
if it's well. But as you can see,
Okay.
this we are just producing a small quantity.
Oh, okay.
What we normally do is, with the first step, we just sieve it.
Okay.
So we sieve it first. Now we are getting the mixture,
Oh.
but we sieve it first.
Okay.
And after the initial sieving, whatever residue we get, we need to grind it again.
Oh,
If you don't grind it again, you are not going to get the proportional thing that we talked about,
right.
because we've measured it already.
Yeah.
So you can't leave anything out. So it goes back to the grinder. And because this is on a small base, that is why we are going through. But if it's on a larger scale,
We wouldn't have to go back.
yes, we would actually leave it
Okay.
for a longer period.
Ah, all right.
And
Of course, I mean, our audience and our viewers would understand that we're taking them through the stages, and
definitely.
Yeah.
So you brace yourself again for the noise. And also, we also make sure it's not as smooth as a powder.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because the kind of tea bags we use, we call it corn fiber. We don't use the paper tea bag.
Oh.
We use the corn fiber tea bag because they are biodegradable.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, so you're environmental friendly as well.
Exactly.
I like that.
So we use the corn fiber tea bags. And the corn fiber tea bags, the way it is, if you make it in a powder, very smooth, probably you might have the powder coming off.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because they are not tight like the paper.
That paper ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
So now we have our mix.
Right.
That is our infusion.
Okay.
That's how we call it.
So this is ginger
and lemon.
and lemon.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
So next, we'll bring it to where we bag it.
Okay.
So our bagging process, this as an example of the corn fiber,
Oh.
is made out of corn.
Wow. That explains the the degradable nature of it.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
So then, and also with our bagging, we just don't put in any, because if you can see, she has a small measuring scale.
Okay.
And one thing is, we do everything by hand. Currently, we do everything by hand because we believe if we go through this process, we appreciate whatever we are doing, and then also it gives the value.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
So she would measure it, and that is a 5 ml.
Oh. Okay.
From there, this is it, and then she will seal it. This is our sealing machine as well. This is our sealing machine. So probably I'll have to put on the sealing machine.
Okay. So she.
That's the heating part of it. Then, if you can check here, we have the sealing, that is the scales.
Okay.
If you go here, it means it becomes extremely hot. If you are here, it's a bit mild.
Okay.
If we go here and then we put the corn fiber in there, it will just melt it. It will cut it off.
Okay.
That is on this point. That's why we put it here,
Okay.
to get it to seal it properly.
Properly. Okay.
Yes. So Joyce will seal
Okay.
these, and on a bigger scale, that is when we have a very large order. There is, like I said, Stephen, who also doubles as our dispatch.
Okay.
We go through this process, and then we have a quality control check. She checks every tea bag.
I'm Sapoma Benny Nyarko. I work with AGML, and after the production, the second phase of the production is done.
Okay.
I do the quality check
Okay.
to make sure it's sealed tight,
Right.
that it doesn't seep through
Yeah.
before it's finally bagged and
Okay.
sealed. So let's do this quickly. That's 5.
That's 5. Okay.
Yes. This is also 5.
This is another 5.
Yes, thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
5.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.
So after this is done,
You seal it.
yes, it's sealed.
It's quite easy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
If it's done properly.
Properly. Yeah. It would be.
Sometimes you need to,
Oh, there's an opening.
yes,
Oh, okay.
to make sure it's able to feed in the
Right,
bags very
right.
well.
So this time there's an increase in the temperature. Or
Yes.
it's still the same.
No, it has to be increased to around 3
Oh,
or
okay.
4.
Oh, okay. That's great.
So that is done here. So that's done.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Okay. And from there, you take the final seal.
Okay. Okay, that's
That's
great.
done.
Yeah. Wonderful. Mango ginger, mango and ginger. tea. Interesting. Trust me, I was at least I took part. You got to see me, doing my own bits, and But when we got to the machine part, it was like I was in an aircraft. The sound, but an interesting, process. Going through how the production processes are, the ingredients, the different kinds of ingredients, the hibiscus, the ginger, the moringa leaves, putting all of these things together. And the unique element about this is that every ingredient or every ingredient they use, talk about mango, it has a bit of ginger in it. That's one thing that I have noticed, and I think it's great because even in our dishes, ginger is actually advised. So to have it in this product, I think it's good enough. So right now, we want to have, personally, I want to have a taste of it because he has already. So, so we'll be tasting which flavor is that? The lemon ginger.
Yes. the
Okay,
lemon ginger.
lemon ginger. That's fine. So we can have them now. All right. Thank you. Wonderful.
I guess we'll have to take it.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure my cameraman would want to have a feel of it, but trust me, this is great. This is. I think it's more of. Can you take this very chilled? Like you can put it in the fridge and have it like in a chili.
Yes, people actually, I have even had a client who actually decided to add other things she wants into it and then put it in the fridge. Yes, you can. It will probably be like an iced tea. Yeah.
But have you heard of any more of like some of these ailments that this could actually
Oh yes,
aid
oh yes,
in,
oh
in,
yes.
you know?
Nausea is one.
Oh, okay.
Nausea is one actually, and then also it relieves you from like headache and
Some kind of stress.
stress. It relieves you from stress
Stress.
as well. Taking it after work or even in the afternoon when you're really stressed, it actually calms you. It does work for
And
me.
even whilst working, you can
Yes,
actually have a,
of course, yes.
So this is it. The final piece. This is what the consumer enjoys whenever they have a piece of AfroGlobal Manufacturing Limited tea. And this is actually the lemon and ginger flavor. It's actually great to be here. And you'd get to see and hear more of Africa Rising as we bring you great and inspiring and, Africans championing the cause of projecting Africa out there, and this company is one of those company, and it's great being here. I love it. I think I'm gonna take the mug and the tea home. Great having you on our show, and of course, thank you for having us here as well.
Always welcome.
Okay, so yeah, cheers, right.